Yeah, we can talk about Nintendo now. So today they added some new guidelines, and they're interesting to say the least. Very interesting. I don't think they're as bad as the community keeps making them out to be. Like, there's not any massive changes per se. They're just very, per usual, out of touch. So, like, one of the things that they don't allow now, or are saying aren't permitted, is with or without license. We'll get to the license thing in a moment. You can't have, like, a charity tournament, kinda. And you also can't have an event that's serving food and beverage, I believe, is what it was. But here, we'll just go through this. I haven't read the IGN article on it, so maybe it doesn't catch everything, but I'm sure it probably does. The guidelines posted on Nintendo's Japan and UK websites on Tuesday dictate terms for not-for-profit small-scale community tournaments involving games for which Nintendo owns the copyright. So, Smash events mainly. They would have to follow. It would be the terms that the organizers have to follow, allowing them to function without an official license from Nintendo. So these are the unlicensed events, meaning you don't need to go to Big Daddy Nintendo to suckle on their bosom to get their blessing. You could just run these, and Nintendo would just give you the nod as long as you follow the rules. So some of the rules: they can't generate commercial revenue except as permitted by these guidelines. There's a cap of 200 participants in person or 300 for online. Organizers may not receive compensation from third-party sponsors and may not sell food, beverage, or merchandise. Yep. No prizes exceeding a market value of 5,000 euros in total. No spectator fees for online tournaments, which is something I don't think anyone has ever done in the history of the world. How the fuck are you going to charge a fee to watch an online tournament? Like that just shows Nintendo doesn't even know what's going on. Unless I'm out of touch. Is anyone charging money for you to watch a Smash tournament online? And probably will update it that at some point, one kid. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Claire. Anything from Deftones. And good luck at the film school, Beefy. It might just be precautionary, I guess. And organizers must publicly disclose all accounting related to the costs of hosting the event promptly. So, again, this is for unlicensed. I can't remember exactly what the rules were for license now off the top of my head. I still think there was some harsh limits on it from what I recall. Or maybe there wasn't. Maybe I got them conflated. I read it this afternoon. Organizers can still hold larger for-profit tournaments, of course, but those would require a license from Nintendo, as was pointed out on social media shortly. Shortly after the announcement, this means that larger tournaments that have already obtained licenses should be in the clear. So this is about like the concern from pros about not being granted a license because Melee's so old. And also they've historically shut down Melee things for less than appropriate reasons. What everyone had feared had happened. This mostly goes after ROM hacks. What? No, not tonight, Logan. I'm not going to be doing that. That has nothing to do with just ROM hacks. Unless you're talking about when they shut down Big House because they were using Slippy. Or I think that was Big House. One of them for using Slippy. You see the huge update to the Halo Battle Royale that dropped today? I had not seen the huge update if they changed it over the last couple days. Oh yeah, this is the head of Luminosity. He spoke up on it as well. Nintendo's new community tournament guidelines aren't significantly different from what we see from publishers in esports. I know everyone likes to immediately jump to doom and gloom, however, they've already made it clear that there is a path to a license for larger events. We'll see how the restrictions change with a proper license process and how simple that process is, before assuming this is a net negative. Getting things more organized and processes in place is a good thing for the space if done correctly. So again, this is the guy who's the head of Luminosity. And Luminosity's been making huge waves in Smash. They have like fucking 50 players now. They own an entire tournament organizer. So they're very deep in it. Thanks to Tier 1 Wolf. I never played Cruisin' Blast, Nick. And I watched the Scooby-Doo Courage crossover. Happy birthday, Thomas. Have fun playing Halo. Hope you enjoy it. Just listen to anything from Deftones, Claire. And give it a try. I mean, Nintendo's just super out of touch, man. It's been that way for many, many years. Many moons now. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for that, scammer. Hope you have a great time on Halo. And Halo is looking promising, agreed. Season 5 does look good. I've heard nothing but good things. One day I'll play it. Yeah, I combined both chats, so it's much more convenient now. Bad take from Charlie on what, Nintendo being out of touch? That's like the most well-documented phenomenon ever. They are not in the modern age. Or even close to it. They're like 20 years behind everything. That's like the coldest take I could ever give. Check your other folders, Nicholas, because I feel like there's no way that there hasn't been a response. It's always been super prompt. You reached 1,500 hours in Fallout 4. Jesus. Well, glad you're having fun. And thanks, Cody. Any games today? Yep, I have a whole plan tonight, but I'm just starting with some of the wacky stuff going on, and then we'll move into the second phase. Classic Nintendo. Yeah, but at least there was some kind of nod that there is a competitive community out there. Maybe with the if the licensing process is easy and not a headache, maybe this will end up being a good thing. But if it's extremely strict, extremely tight, like a lot of people speculate that it will be, then yeah, it's bad. These rules for non-licensed events are very, very strict. Especially with this cap. A 300 participant cap on an unlicensed online tournament kills online tournaments. Every online tournament has more than 300 people for the most part. So, I mean, that immediately just runs that into the ground. I don't even understand why. I don't know why that's there. There shouldn't be a cap for online tournaments. Can we just run multiple online tournaments? I mean, that's a huge headache, but I guess. Did you see that it's not just a 5K, but 10K cap for an annual total? Coinbox hits that in like 3 weeks then. They're fucked. But no, I did not see that. And I've never heard of that anime before, One Punch. Well, One Punch Man I love. He was talking about a horror anime called Muriku, which I don't know. And no, it's not, Pug. We don't do that. Thanks, Resub Commander. What do Nintendo hope to gain with this? I don't know. You could ask that question about a lot of the decisions they make. They just seem needlessly evil when it comes to communities for their games. Do you remember the Nintendo YouTube Partner Program? The Nintendo YouTube Partner Program. Oh, wow. In 2018, they pulled the plug on it. I don't remember this at all. Wait, what? Nintendo scraps controversial creators program. They had their own Nintendo-approved YouTube... Wait, so they've already done this for YouTubers. Like a license to create content around their games. I do not remember this. Huh. It was launched in 2015 and would allow creators to receive 60% of the advertising revenue. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is such a Nintendo thing. They actually make EA look like saints. The program, which launched in 2015, allowed content creators to receive 60% of the advertising revenue from videos containing Nintendo intellectual property, or 70% if they chose to designate their entire YouTube channel. That's so fucked. Yeah, that is, I mean, that's Nintendo in a nutshell, really. I do not even remember this. Thanks for that, Brina. You made a video on this? Did I? I mean, it's been fucking 5 years. It's been so long. I don't remember this. I remember when they did the music stuff, when they went on their music rampage, but I don't remember the Nintendo Creators Program. No, you don't have to apologize at all, Nicholas. Just tweet at it then. Just keep tweeting at it then. For sure. Like the actual account. And I'll ping it. Hey, no worries, Brina. Well, thank you for that. Read the next paragraph. It was created following criticism Nintendo was trying to claim YouTuber ad revenue entirely for itself, although the Creators Program brought its own fair share of problems. When it was launched, approval services were overwhelmed, while YouTubers who wanted their entire channel approved were asked to remove any non-Nintendo videos first. YouTubers who didn't join the program had their videos demonetized, while those who did saw their revenue significantly reduced. 40% of advertising revenue from videos to Google, which meant the remaining 60% was split between the content creator and Nintendo. Classic Nintendo W. Looking out for the little guy. Use AdBlock. Trust me, if I could, I would. Every goddamn website in the world these days restricts your access to it if your AdBlock is on. So I can't even read the articles anymore, so I just turned it off. It sucks. I fucking hate it. Oh yeah, YouTube's working on their AdBlock stuff as well. I don't think it's rolling out anytime super soon. I know they're like experimenting with it, so some people are getting put in like the test group that can't watch without AdBlock turned off. I've seen that, but I don't think it's like fully rolling out quite yet.